Moi kaikki, I'm Hanna and this is my podcast called Hanna from Sheep's Alley, and I live in Kuopio, Finland, and I talk about knitting, crocheting, sewing, beading, crafting and other neat things like collecting miles for the folk run and perhaps sometimes reading and so on. And I always start with finished objects. And I'm wearing one of them. I finally got my Made Well cardigan finished. I have shown you the pattern, but I'll show it one more time. It's Houhi Locatellis. This one. Everybody knows Houhi and probably knows about this Made Well cardigan too, because there are lots of projects on Ravelry of this neat cardigan. I was going to knit or crochet, I think these are knit, these pads here, but I decided not to because this is colorful cardigan anyway, and I thought that this might be probably too busy if I put them here. I was planning on making them out of this Volomaise yarn which I had left, but I decided not to, and it looks like this. It fits me perfect. It's the perfect length, and width is also wonderful, and that's the button. If you watch the last episode where I talked about that I need to get a big bottom because I had trouble saying the word button. Well, I don't need a big bottom because I already have one, but now I have a big button which is just perfect with this green color, because this green has a little bit bling bling and this button also has a bit of bling bling. So this is wonderful. Yeah, I'm so happy about this. The yarns I used for this one, where do I have the, here I do. Okay, this section here was knit out of Craftfulness. She's a podcaster from Holland or the Netherlands, and I used two different kinds of color combos. This bullet journal, I don't know how well you can see because I knit two rows of the bullet journal and two rows of this calm and cool color. And the calm and cool color is the light green and other pale. There's a little bit purple also in this calm and cool color. And then bullet journal one is the colorful one, which has more purple, and there are bits and pieces of orange, like some there and there. So I knit two rows, two rows, two rows, two rows, alternating with these ones. And then this gray purple is Volomaise twin. I'll show you the tag because I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the name. It could be Mause Schwänzchen or something like that. But anyway, that's the gray purpley one, and I lost the tag of this green. But this was a special colorway. This Ikkes yarn. I was in that knitting retreat, and this was the knitting retreat exclusive colorway. It probably had a name, but I don't remember it. But anyway, it feels wonderful. Oh, and I'm so happy I got it finished. And which means that now that I promised you in the last episode that after I have finished this, I will knit the Ruusupuu shawl, which I haven't touched yet, but I will finish that next. But I also have other finished objects. The second one is kappa. I haven't shown you this one also in a while because I started knitting this I think a year ago, and I lost interest in it, and I didn't knit it for, I would say, half a year or more. But then I just, like, I accidentally found the socks I showed you the last time. I found this kappa and I thought that I really need to get that finished too. And I did. Well, this kappa pattern is in this book Huivileikki. And unfortunately that book is in Finnish. This is Veera Välimäki's pattern, so I believe there is no English translation of this kappa or this book. But this is very simple. Simple pattern. You actually need 4 colors of Holstgarn coast yarn. Holstgarn, and there are these specks, coast, this kind. So you need 4, but I only used 2 and then tiny bit of the 3rd color. And the shape is, how do I show it? The shape is very basic and simple. You cast on a certain amount of stitches and then you increase stitches. I think the pattern says that every, was it 6th or 7th row, but I increased every 5th row, and I also knew that I didn't want to make this as long as what the pattern says, because this is a type of cape, poncho, scarf actually. If you make the long one, you can wrap it around as a scarf, but I'm going to use or wear it as a poncho. And also what I did differently is you just knit plain stockinette all the way till the end and then knit a ribbing, not a very many rows of ribbing, but I wanted to knit more of this ribbing so that the end wouldn't turn around like that. And I also made my it's kind of picot bind off, but it's a little bit different. I just made a big loops, big holes and then big loops to make it look like this one. So you can wear it. I'm getting really hot because I have this cardigan and now I'm putting this on. So just like a poncho, like this. This was kind of fun knit, but also kind of boring knit. But being boring and brainless, a very good knitting meeting project, because you know that you are not going to make mistakes while knitting because you are only knitting stockinette. And I did the ribbing here. So got this finished. Ew. And more finished things. A new pattern, crochet pattern, lost in time. I think I saw a photo of this shawl on Instagram and I fell in love with it immediately when I saw it there. This is a free pattern, so I got the pattern on Ravelry and collected all sorts of bits and pieces of their fingering weight yarns. I'll show you the shawl first and then I'll explain what kind of yarns I used. This is big. Okay, how do I show it? Okay, like this. Colorful big shawl. This pattern is cute because you can design the size yourself. It's very easy to adjust the pattern if you want to make it big or medium size or even small, but I wanted to make this a bit bigger, and I like these cute beads and tassels I have in the end here. Where's the other end? Right there. So these kind. This is really warm, and I'll explain what kind of yarns I used. Okay, how should I show it so that you can see? Just a sec. Kind of difficult to show because this is so big. I'll show you like this, so you get to see the different textures, because I used all sorts of fingering and also heavy fingering and light fingering weight yarns. And okay, this turquoise one is, see, I have so many tags here. That's Isaker's tweed. So I use tweed yarn. This is a bit heavier than normal fingering weight yarn. Then Lustig yarn. This one. That's the gray. There. It's the Lustig yarn. Then Lanitium ex Machinas glitter sock is this brown one there. Then I used drops alpaca. Is it alpaca? Yes. 100%, not silk. 100% alpaca is this pink. That one there, pink one. Then I use Malabrigo sock Anniversario, this kind, and that's this one, that there. Then I used Holstgarn, leftovers from the kappa. This is kind of like lace weight or light fingering, heavy lace or light fingering. That's the light pink over there. And then I don't have a tag, but this one, that color over there, that's the leftovers of the Snoot Barcelona, the blue one. It was hedgehog fibers. What was the color in it? Dragonfly, I think it was. So, neat looking shawl. Wonderful looking, actually. I like this very much. And I don't mind that I have fingering weight, light fingering weight, heavy fingering weight yarns in this one. Alpaca yarns, merino yarns, silk blends, merino blends. I think this is really, really cute and so warm. I like this a lot. So if you like crocheting, this is a wonderful project for, it's springy, I think. Then, now I need to check my notes. Oh yes, Hanna's this and that socks. Okay, I did a bit of yarn dyeing experiments 3 weeks ago. I bought from local supermarket this Novita Nalle sport weight sock yarn. Very typical, very basic Finnish yarn. And I used Ashford acid dyes. I used 2 different kinds of blue ones, magenta one, gray, or was it black one? I don't remember. But anyway, I used those yarns and I created this. I drew a logo. That's my yarn dyeing logo, sport sock Ali Berries colorway. I wanted to make it look like professional, but this is only for me. And this is how the skein looks like when opened up. Looks like this. Lots of my colors, reds, blues, magentas, violets, purples, a bit of white and gray there. And I made these socks. See, I dyed 2 skeins. I'm not sure if I already said it, but I got a pair of Ali Berry socks. And I think they look really lovely, except there is one annoying point. One sock is more red and the other one is more blue. So I really need to practice more of my dyeing. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. That screen says to me that they look the same, but in real life you can really see the difference. But anyway, fun looking socks. Hey. Then I have the last finished object, which is the March knitting club pattern which I designed, named Pompuloi, and that's exclusive for the Kuopio kalakukko knitters, but it will be available for everybody. When was it? I wrote it down. Until the end of May it's only for kalakukko knitters, but after that it's available for everybody. And I have opened up a pattern page on Ravelry. So there's the specs. I showed the black pair the last time, but I have already given it to my dear friend. And I have a pair for me. And they look like this. Okay, I'll move that a bit so you can see. Pompuloi fingerless mittens, and they look like this. So the cable pattern is on both sides, front and back, and these are knit the other way around. So first you knit the thumb gusset, then you knit this part, then you connect them and knit all the way down here. And if you want to make them longer, the cuff, it is really easy because you can knit them as long as you want. But I like this size. And the yarn I use for these is, I bought this yarn from Etsy, from Felt Fusion. Those are the specs of this yarn. And I also knit the black pair which I showed the last time. These are for me. I made a red pair which is a gift, and also I made a green one which I already have given it as a gift to Gina. Hi Gina, I hope you're really feeling better soon. Gina had a big operation and the recovery hasn't been a nice one, so keeping fingers crossed that everything will go well. So those are my finished objects. Then I have whips. Okay, find your fade. I started this one. I haven't done much, but I'll show you how far I have gotten. Not much, but work in progress. So the second color, and soon I will be able to start the lace section with this turquoise color. And the pattern, which you already probably know because everybody is knitting this, it's this one. I'll show it like this. So you need 7 different kinds of fingering weight yarns in different amounts. So that's my find your fade. And I'll show you the sock project which I also showed you the last time. I have worked on it a bit, a couple of rows, but it's in progress too. So those are my works in progress. And then what I didn't do, well, as I said, I didn't do the ruusupu because I wanted to get this cardigan finished first, and now that it is finished I can continue with the ruusupu, and hopefully I'll have that ready to show you in my next episode at the end of April. Okay, I always forget this. Today is Friday, March 31st, and it happens to be my birthday. Okay, what I'm planning to do, Nina, who lives the stone throw away on the other side of that tiny hill, Nina will design the Kalakukko Knitters knitting clubs. Well, she has already designed it, but the pattern will be released tomorrow, and she will, it is a shawl pattern, and you will need 3 kinds of fingering weight yarns. There is some kind of striping. You need 2 colors for the stripes, and then the third one is, how did she write? I think Nina said that it's not a lace pattern, but some sort of a pattern. I'm not sure, it's not cables, but anyway, I can't tell you because I haven't seen the pattern. It will be released tomorrow, but I already got yarn options for, actually I have several different kind of yarn options for that shawl, but I can't be 100% sure because I haven't seen the pattern yet. But what I'm thinking I might be doing is probably striping these. This is Stranded Dye Works sock plank, and this is Volmaise Twin 47 AG. I was going to use this yarn to another project, but ta-da, I changed my mind. So I might do this striping with these, and then this is Miss Mothball's tweedy looking sock. Well, it's not tweedy. It's wonderful looking sock yarn. So this could be the pattern type. But if there are purl stitches and knit stitches, so now that I'm thinking, I hope the pattern will show nicely. This is not very busy. It is still a bit. Or what I could do is that I'll stripe these together and then make the hem or border part with this. Now that I got to think of this, this could be too busy too. Could I stripe these and make this, or use this as the pattern? Still need to think about that. But anyway, I'm keeping these yarns in this Happy Birthday to Me project bag, which I made. I found this tea towel from Etsy, and I made a project bag out of it. That's my birth year, so you can calculate how old I am today. And I sewed on a little button there showing March 31st. There, that's my birthday. So I made myself a birthday gift. Okay, that's that. Other thing what I'm planning to do, I have shown you some leftover yarns for Levi's Granny Stripes blanket. Not long ago, Levi asked again if I have already started crocheting his blanket and when will it be finished. And then I showed my zigzag blanket and said that if you really want to have a blanket quick, would you like to have that one, and I could finish that and you could have it. And he said that no, it's too busy looking and too many colors. And then that got me thinking that perhaps the Granny Stripes blanket is something that he probably would not like. And I showed pictures of different kinds of blankets from Ravelry, and he found a pattern which he liked a lot and said that he would like me to make that blanket for him, to him. And it's this pattern, Sweet Pea Afghan. I think this looks really cool. So what I did, I ordered some cotton yarn, all different kinds of colors, because he liked, well actually he liked especially this one, which has lots of reds and greens and some gray and white. But he also liked one which had lots of different blues and greens. So we made a mixture of those two blankets. And as soon as I get the yarn, I think it hasn't been mailed yet, but it should arrive. Well, at the end of April I should have all those yarns here. So Levi said that he would really like me to make this one for him, so I'll do that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make the Granny Stripes blankets anyway, but not at this point, because I want to get that zigzag first before starting the Granny Stripes. And this will take some time too. Even though I think this is quite a quick one to make. And now that I said it's quick one to make, I'll probably talk about it being as a whip in a year's time still. So those are the things what I'm planning to do. Other things, okay, I made a crochet basket. We used to have on our coffee table in front of our sofa, we used to have a big plate with lots of important stuff like remote controls and some hand lotion and nail scissors and nail file and chapstick and TV guide and all those sorts of things, and they kept falling off the plate on the table all the time, and that annoyed me. Probably not my hobby at all, but it annoyed me. So I decided that I need a plate which keeps things inside, not falling off all the time. And I made this huge, I think this is a bowl more than a plate, a huge crochet bowl. And I did what I always do. I think in this one I used 5 different kinds of wool yarns, wool blends, cotton blends, worsted weight, Aran weight, even fingering weight. I'm not sure if the camera shows, but you can see it if you watch carefully that there are different weights of different kinds of yarns. And what I did is I made a big circle and then stopped increasing stitches and crocheted the height, the double height, flipped this in here in the inside and sewed it on there. So this is really thick and keeps its form, even though this is like wobbly one, as you can see, wobbly from the bottom. But because this is so thick, it keeps the shape quite well. And now everything stays in here, which is perfect. So that's what I did. And other things what I'm planning on doing, because I did that yarn dyeing experiment, I ordered a bit of yarn to experiment a bit more. I bought this kind, so 2 skeins of DK weight yarn from World of Wool and 3 skeins of sock yarn from World of Wool. Then I ordered, where is this from? Yarn Undyed. These are all from UK. Polworth. Yes, is it? Yes, this is 100% Polworth. Sock weight yarn, this kind. And then I found a Finnish web yarn shop which sells Finnish wool, and I bought 4 skeins of this Kiviniemen lammastila. This is 90% Finn sheep and 10% nylon, and this smells like felting yarn, very sheepy smell and very rough. So I have 4 skeins of them, and what I'm deciding probably doing is I will dye these and make some sort of a cardigan, probably kind of like vest, which is cardigan. See, open vest, which is not vest but cardigan. Get it? Anyway, and short sleeves. So I could use these. Not sure which colors I'm going to use, but I'll show you what I have. These are Ashford acid dyes. These colors. Some of them are upside down. Ashford acid dyes. Those colors. Then I have also purple and yellow, because if I use yellow and blue, I'll get green. So what I will do is try to use the skills I learned when I have been watercolor painting, and how you mix watercolors and get different shades. So I'm kind of trying to do that, mix my own things. And these I also ordered from World of Wool. I'll show them. Like this. This is Eurolana dyes for wool dyeing, and gray and magenta. So I have all the colors I like, so I'm not going to dye yarn and sell them. These are only for me. I want to practice, I want to learn new skills. And I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but I got this spray bottle because I think I could try to make some sort of speckles with this spray thing. And then I bought this. I don't know what you call this in English. You haven't heard Finnish lessons in a while, so Finnish lesson time. This is pipetti. So I could do, like this one has the orange spots here and there. So I could use this pipetti for making those kind of spots. Or, I don't know, I'll try, I'll experiment. And I have a little brush. This is watercolor brush, but I could also make speckles with this. So that's what I will do. See, hubby went to Lapland with his workmates, and he will be there all weekend. So I have the kitchen to myself. Of course I have to cook for me and for the boys, but I will do a little bit yarn dyeing during this weekend, and I'll post photos on Instagram how they turn out. Even though if they turn out ugly, I will show them. And what other things do I have? Okay, then the fog run. In March I collected 103 kilometers, which is about 64 miles. And I haven't done any reading, and I even haven't listened to audiobooks either. So I really need to do that next month. Well, I don't have to do anything. I want to read that book, but I just haven't had time. I have had lots of time finishing those whips, which are now FOs. Okay, I think that's it regarding the FOs, whips, other things planning to do. So the giveaway. Time for the giveaway. Okay, I'll show you the bracelet I made. Hey, see, I practiced my yarn dyeing label. And I'll show you the giveaway. So it's this double wrap bracelet which I made. And let's see who wins it. See, I have folded all these name tags there. And let's see who wins the bracelet. Anne-Marie, New York, New York. Yee-hoo! I'll ask for your address on Ravelry and I'll send you the bracelet. Yeah! Okay? And of course I have the new giveaway. I have a question. Besides knitting and crocheting, what other hobbies do you have? What other things would you like to do during your free time? Do you cook, paint, do sports, or other fun crafting things? For example, when I talked about that book, did I post a photo of it? No, I think I posted a photo when we started our geocaching season, and Antoinette in Australia, hi Antoinette, she mentioned something about book crossing. Never heard about book crossing. So I immediately went to Google and Googled what is book crossing. And that's kind of interesting. So what I did, I made a profile on bookcrossing.com, and I put that Glenn Kill book, which I'm now reading, and I have a code for that book, and after I have read it, I will leave it somewhere. I got it at Kässäkerho Pompom's knitting meeting, so if Liinu says that it is okay, after I have read that book, I will leave it to Kässäkerho, actually New Collective. They have a nice knitting table there. We knit around that table, so I could leave that book on there and somebody could collect it, and then if they are into this book crossing thing, they could go to the website and write down the code which the book has, and you can read the history of that, where the book has traveled and been traveling. Anyway, so the question is, do you have other hobbies than knitting and crocheting? And if you do, what they are, because I would really like to know. I've learned so many new things with these questions I ask. Wonderful things. And okay, answer that question on Ravelry. Hanna from Sheep's Alley, that's the name of the podcast. You can find the link on YouTube below what you see now. There's the box and the link is there, and you can click that link and go to the groups page. I'll put the show notes there and you can answer that question, and I will draw a winner at the end of April, and the prize is my Pompuloi mitts. These red ones. So this is the giveaway. If you like them and would like to try to get them, answer that question, which I'll put there, and these might be yours. And the yarn I used, Mikko Kraft, lives here in Kuopio, and he hand dyes yarn. So this is MCNDK colorway called Poppy. So this is the giveaway, and I think that's it. I think I have talked about everything I was supposed to. So have a wonderful end of March and wonderful April, and I'll see you at the end of April. Moikka!